Okay, this is called the forehead French braid, and I'm sure that you've seen this everywhere. I see this all the time on teenagers, and I see it on TV, on Dancing with the Stars, on magazines. It's very popular right now. So I'm going to show just one version of it. There's a couple. But I used to flat iron her hair already to give it a nice, soft, pretty, straight look. And then you part on one side, and you want to do it pretty far over to one side. Like, her normal part is maybe more like right here, and today I parted it clear over here. That's just because it allows the braid to fall farther across her forehead. And then I just kind of divide off a section of hair on the top. And that just gives me kind of a rough idea of a straight part. You know, I'm not crazy uptight about my part on this one. If I go over, it's not a big deal, but that just kind of gives me a little idea. And on this particular hairdo, I like not letting it down because I like the softer, little bit looser braid, which works better with dry hair. So you just start, pick up with some hair, begin a French braid. And I've already demoed a video on how to French braid, so if you're not familiar with that, see the other video. I'm just quickly going to show how to do this. The idea is to do a loose braid here, which is hard for me because I'm so used to pulling it tight. But I have to just kind of remind myself, like, not to pull it down quite as tight as normal, to just let it be loose and soft instead of so tight. Just go ahead and French braid. And if you want, even as you go along, you can kind of pull it back and soften that up. The tighter the braid, it just lays down against the head tighter, and so it's not quite as easy to see, and I don't think it's quite as pretty. And so I like mine, you know, loose enough that it's going to kind of stand out away from her head a little. And I just braid it across her forehead. When I get over here where I'm starting to come down closer by her ear or run out of hair, then I kind of end the braid, stop pulling in the French braid, and you just braid it like normal. I go down about that far, and then grab a hair rubber band. I like the clear plastic hair bands on this one. I can't find one this morning, so I'm going to have to use one of my regular hair bands. But the clear plastic ones won't show up as much because they're just not as bulky on the end, which is what I like. Step, honey. So now you have your braid. And this is what people sometimes have a hard time with, is they don't know what to do with the braid. So if you just pull up a little bit of the hair and you kind of tuck the braid back in, grab a bobby pin, stick it in, grab another bobby pin, and cross them so that they've formed a little X on her hair. That will help hold the hair in place. And then just let her hair lay over flat, and it kind of hide those bobbies. And you can see right through here that it kind of just looks like the braid just disappears, which is the idea. We'll kind of comb it. That's why I like the little bit less bulky rubber bands too, so that you don't see the little pucker quite as much as I have today. I'm having a hard time hiding that one bobby today.